Let's talk about supplies. People keep asking me what I use, and I've had a lot of people recently ask me to go over just a list of everything that I use in my videos. So here we go. The first thing is paint. People keep asking me what kind of paint I use. And to be honest, I just use regular acrylic craft paint. It is easy and user-friendly, mainly because the water is actually already mixed into the paint. You can use nicer acrylics, but you do have to be very careful with how much water you're adding in and out. Sometimes it can get too runny or too thick and won't dry properly. But craft paint, they take care of that for you, basically. So I love specifically, I use Apple Barrel from Plaid Crafts. It has a large color selection, so that makes it easy. And some of my favorite colors are Tuscan Red, it's a dark red, just a regular red, orange, theirs is called Pumpkin Orange, which is perfect, that's what I use in my pumpkin paintings. Yellow, this one's Canary Yellow, I just use one of their bright ones. One of my favorite ones is King's Gold. It's a really dark yellow that I usually use the two together. Christmas Green is kind of a dark green to get it darker. Sometimes I'll just put black in it to get a really dark green. Lime Tree is my light green that I use. Bright Blue, Cobalt Blue. My sky blue is actually called Blue Bonnet, so I'll kind of do a pan of these. Purple Pansy is dark purple. I just use regular white. Burnt Umber is my dark brown, and Nutmeg is just my light brown. So that's the paint I use and the colors I use. People are always asking what kind of paper. Honestly, especially when I'm practicing, and what I use with the residents is I tape a 12 by 12 piece of just regular cardstock or scrapbook paper. This is a 12 by 12. I use Snow White textured cardstock. It's from Colorbook. Not sure how to pronounce it, but that's the one I use. You can really use any type of paper. You can even use canvas. A lot of times you'll see me using canvas board. Sometimes I use stretch canvas. Any flat surface, okay? But I usually tape mine to a pizza box, actually, because it's really nice. You can fold it up then, and when you do fold it up like a pizza box, it keeps it safe while it dries, which is really nice. Or you can prop it up and it turns into an easel. So that's what you see me using in a lot of my paintings. Another thing I use, people ask what kind of tape. I just use general purpose duct tape. Literally, you can get artist tape. The only thing I'd suggest is if you use masking tape or any type of tape really, and you're putting it on paper, make sure it's dry completely or it might rip. So you don't want that to happen. As far as brushes go, okay, a lot of people call me out for this. I do use a makeup brush from Wet n Wild. I think their contour or blush brush is actually really nice for smoothing out the paint. You can buy a regular mop brush. I refer to it as a mop brush a lot of times. And honestly, a regular mop brush can be like triple the price, if not more. I get these from the dollar store, actually. You can get them on Amazon. They're a little bit more expensive there, but I use that, and sometimes I'll use one of their smaller makeup brushes as a round brush. But you'll also see me talking about a medium round brush. A round brush, all it is it's a kind of a round pointed tip. You see that? So that's really good for doing lines. But I do that. This one's from Hello Hobby. You can get them at Walmart, a pack of them, but any ones of them would work. Another brush that's super important is just a detail brush. Get a teeny tiny brush that's used for acrylic paint. And I definitely suggest using a fan brush. See, it's shaped like a fan. You can do so many tricks with that, and you can do things really, really easy. There are ways around it, but it just takes 10 times longer. Like if you watched my tutorial on how to paint grass, using a fan brush is way easier than using a detail brush. And let's see, another thing you'll see me using are the sea sponges or the artist sponges. You can get these at Michael's Crafts or even on Amazon. I use a large textured one for a lot of my greenery and a fine textured one for even finer greenery, so depending on the size you want. So yeah, that is basically what I use on a daily basis. You can use other brands of paint or brushes or anything similar. But this is what I found that works consistently for me and what I use in all my classes. So let me know if you have any other questions.